Alright, here we go. Now we're going to do a Poldorf quest. Um, I usually start with these first four and then move on to the second set of quests right after this. But you have your four quests to start off with. You get them from the four shopkeepers, one up here on the top, these two down here. And then you have one all the way here down on the bottom. Once you got them, go ahead and get started with this. These are the shop signs you need to get, the old signs you need to replace. Some of them are not going to be this easy to find, but be on the lookout. They'll kind of hide in these edges sometimes. You can barely see them. Now the mobs in here are a little bit harder, so once you make it up here and you're getting stuck on these quests because the mountain grimlocks and the wolves or the crazy dogs are getting you, it's going to start to become a little bit harder for you. Make sure you look in these side rooms too. These side rooms will occasionally have a manly miner in them. This is where you start to see a little bit of an issue for me as far as the lack of accuracy that I have on me. I could sacrifice some of my hit power for it. I just choose not to. Alright, we're all done, so now let's go home. With this dungeon, it's relatively easy to navigate. It seems confusing at first, but really it does a big loop all around. There's a top entrance and a bottom entrance, and they all lead to the same place. But it's relatively easy. It just looks more confusing than what it is. I'm not going to turn these. I'm not going to turn these in yet for the sake of time. I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys right where the second portion of the quests are for this area and for Poldorf. Now these quests do not kick in until you are at least level 4 with Poldorf, so once you got these, go ahead and come down here, and alongside this mountain where these two torches are on the floor, there's this little hole in the mountain to go through there. Now be careful in here because there are some high level mobs in here that will take you down really fast, so I would suggest setting your spawn point here in Poldorf. Come down a little bit and then make your first left right here and just kind of follow it down until you see this guy, I forget his name, but he gives you the quest right here. Yes, Tobias, that's what it is. First thing I'm going to show you guys how to do is zap the peons. What you need to do is find one, aggro him, and drag them all back to Tobias, and there's a little ward right there that you have to double click on and get him to be close enough to you and it without dying. And it zaps him. It's kind of a pain in the ass because they hit hard and fast. So I would try to have something that stuns or slows the mobs, and hitting them with that right before you click on the ward. Now you also have the 5-finger discount where you gotta find 8 shirts. Okay, the shirts are in the wardrobes and in these little chests. Don't even worry about the bookcases and the bookshelves because you ain't gonna find anything there. And that's it for that quest. Now all we have to do is zap the peons, collect one more head. Once we collect another head, I will show you how to plant them in the ground. Alright, we got our 5 hens done. We got a state or stake your claim. These little grass patches are what you need to click on in order to stake the heads. Now this follows the same suit as the wretched remains that you collect in the Timbervale quest. You want to get all 5 heads. Get all 5 heads first before you go ahead and start staking them, because once you start staking them, it triggers the questing to think that you're 100% done and they no longer drop. Now, I don't really care about the zapping of the peons anymore because it takes forever and I don't care to do it. So we'll go ahead and show you the Frenzy Pelt collection and these wolves. They're hard to hit and they have a lot of HP, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. I usually skip these 2 quests just because I don't care too much about the Poldorf quests at the moment. I have a high rep with them and a lot of trinkets from them, so I don't really care too much to do the quests, but that's my take on that. Now this is where we came out of. Now you can either go back up or back down. Back down is just a big open area that leads to nowhere. It leads to a dead end. Same thing with going up. You gotta go back up to go back to town though. The pelts don't drop every time, so you gotta kill a bunch of these things too. And they hit hard and they're a pain. So it's up to you whether or not you want to do it. That's pretty much it. You kill them for a while until you get your 10 frenzy pelts collected, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Turn in all your quests, get your points, and move on to the next set of dailies. I choose to do this one last all the time just because it takes the longest and it's the least important to me, because you can get all the items in the rep store at level 4, which is very easy to do. So once I've done that, I usually don't even do these set of quests, or I may save them until absolute last. And that's it, gentlemen. Have a good one.